Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are set to try this for the third or fourth time. So, as we said at the beginning of our first attempt, it is our first broadcast of the season here for the Stilwell Indians football squad, and we are trying to get it right for you. We apologize for any missteps or inconveniences that the streaming has caused in your viewing pleasure. Meek with the ball, he rolls out to the near side, throws it deep.
You're going to have to come back for it. Oh, my goodness. Christie almost came down with it. He did a great job of playing defender there at that last little bit, though.
He had to turn into the cornerback right there. So, to set the scene here and kind of recap for the second time, it is 6:05 remaining in the first half. Stigler leads 28-0. It's been all Stigler this whole first half, Brad. They've hit a lot of big plays. Stilwell about to sit to punt the ball away. Dowdy with the punt. He kicks a line drive, end over end, fielded by Stigler. He breaks the first tackle, makes the second one. Nope, wrapped up there at the 40 as Stigler will start with good field position.
That's a good tackle there by Orange Shelley.
But Stigler does lead 28-0. They've had 4 TD drives. They've been 4 for 4 so far on their possessions, scoring all 4 times. Stilwell with 2 turnovers on the offensive side of the ball. Both times they had a little bit of momentum going, Brad. One ended in a fumble. The other ended with an interception. And they find themselves in a hole right now. But get some positive things to happen on the defense side of the ball. You know, if you could cut it to a 21 or a 14-point lead, just going into halftime, you'd have a lot of momentum on your side.
Yeah, 3 and out here would be huge. Peary back. He's going to throw a little screen.
Play again, going to be dropped. So 2nd and 10, good start here for the defense as they get the Stigler Panthers behind the chains.
And the clock will stop here on an incomplete pass.
If you missed the initial pregame that we had going on, Stilwell is seeking their first 3-0 start since 2017. It is their first 2-0 start also since 2017, as they had wins over Rowland and Keys in weeks 1 and 2 respectively. Handoff up the middle, gonna have a lane, big lane, makes 1, 2 miss, and gets tripped up after a first down run there for the Panthers.
And that's number 18, Martin Hare, carrying the ball for the Panthers.
Stigler on the move once again. It's a talented football team. They are ranked number 7 in Class 3A, undefeated on the season with a record of 3-0. Wins over a couple 4A opponents in Salisal and Catoosa, and also a win over a 2A opponent in Blackwell.
So 1st and 10 for the Panthers here on the Stilwell Indians 37.
Peary takes the snap, drops back to pass, has a man deep, throws it. Going to be, almost intercepted by the safety. And the cornerback looked like he had a chance off the deflection too.
Yeah, and that was Talon Hawk Holmes that went up high to get it, and he comes off a little shaken up.
I don't see there Kanan Meek coming on the field to relieve Talon Hawk. So Peary back in the gun once again for the Stigler Panthers. He has 2 running backs flanking him. Takes the snap, going to fake the handoff up the middle to number 6.
Yeah.
Good job by the defense to stuff that one.
So now we're going to be at third and I think he lost a yard or two.
All right, so third and long. Third and very long for the Panthers. See if Stilwell can prevent that big play on this one. I think that even if they are able to get a stop here, I think it's still 4-down territory.
I agree, Tyler. I would look for something in the 5-6 yard range to try to make that 4th down shorter.
Yeah, so Stilwell needing to keep them from any positive stuff right here. Peary puts the receiver in motion, going to hand it off. It's going to be on the edge right here. Stigler able to cut it back. Now it's just one-on-one.
Yeah.
Oh, nice move there to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
We have a flag on the play, though, and I think we're going to get possibly a block in the back or a crackback block on Stigler.
Holding is the call.
Okay.
And it will negate the touchdown and put Stigler even further back. Now, you just got to keep them from getting a substantial amount of yards to keep them from going on forward on 4th down right here.
Yeah, and you just lost one of your starting linebackers. That's Malachi McNack that's having to be carried off the field over here to the sidelines. So Dalton Christie will come into the game. Man, it's going to be 3rd and 22 now.
This is Stilwell's final non-district game of the season. They start district play next week when they go on the road to visit the Hilldale Hornets. Hilldale is ranked number 6 in Class 4A. 3 out of the 8 in the Stilwell Indians district are ranked in the top 10 right now. Empty in the backfield, Peary all alone, takes the snap, going to be a QB draw.
Good job by the
Stilwell
Indians, yeah.
to stuff that right at the line of scrimmage and force the first punt probably for the Stigler Panthers on the night.
That was a great job by number 79, Zyler Gonzalez, to fight through the contact, wrap up Peary, and then Oren Shelley came in and finished off the tackle.
3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the first half. I expect Peary to take this snap in shotgun formation and then punt it. They did this against Salisal in their Week 0 game. So this would be my anticipation right here, Brad, is a punt by the QB. Nope, he's going to throw it. And it'll be short. And Stilwell will take over on downs and right at the 50-yard line. Best
case scenario there for for Stilwell, Tyler, that he threw the ball, incomplete pass, turnover. We get the ball back, 3:27 left to go, right at midfield.
I thought for sure, Brad, that they would do the old, we're going to look like we're going to run a play, and the QB will just punt it down there. But no. They went for it. I guess they felt like they had success on that specific play right there and thought that, if anything, that they were going to at least get some yards to allow Stilwell to start further back. But Stilwell is starting at their own 49, probably the best field position of the night for the Indians. Mink in the backfield, taking the snap, got a running back to his left. He's going to drop back. Looking to pass. Richards on the screen. He's got some room.
He does.
He's makes one man miss.
Oh, what a great run there by Richards. Ball will be spotted right at about the Stigler 31-yard line.
Sorry about that. Got choked.
So that's going to be a gain of 18 by Richards on 1st down. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Clock running here.
3 minutes remaining. Definitely the best field position of the night for the Indians.
Mink will be back in shotgun with Richards to his left.
Takes the snap. Going to be a pitch out to the near side.
There it is.
Right at the middle.
Run from
Makes
Richards.
2-man miss. Makes another one miss. Down at the 15-yard line.
That was a great run there by Ethan Richards.
2:50 remaining here in the first half. Richards, the star of this possession for sure, as they're getting their main guy going here late in the first half. Clock running. Mink in the gun with Richards right to his right of him. Hands off to Richards up the middle. He's got some positive yardage, gets down to about the 10-yard line, maybe just inside.
Yeah.
About a 5-yard gain there for Ethan.
I want to say great job by our offensive line on this possession. You know, we had talked about before the game started, we had a size advantage over Stigler there on the offensive line, and it's finally showing up. Going north and south.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing a little bit of a zone running scheme right there. They're letting him allow the blocks to work themselves out, and then he's picking the hole. Mink right up the middle is going to get stuffed right at about the line of scrimmage. He might have got a yard, maybe a yard and a half on that carry.
Yeah, so it's going to be 3rd and 4 to go. We're going to have a timeout here by Stilwell.
Stilwell, yep. So Coach Collins wants to figure out what he wants to run on 3rd down right here, with it being 3rd and 3 from the 8-yard line. Brad, a lot of momentum right here for the Indians. It'd be big for them to cash one in right here, cut that lead to 21. They do get the ball to start the second half.
They do. My only thing is we know how explosive Stigler's offense can be. They do have all their timeouts remaining.
Yeah.
So the thing I would watch is it's almost like Tom Brady. Don't leave the guy too much time. You don't want to leave the guy too much time.
Yeah.
Dallas did that last year. First game of the season, left Tom Brady too much time. It's an explosive offense. So my deal is if we can get this and maybe run 2 or 3 more plays out of this.
Yeah.
Keep them on the ground, run that clock out. Best case scenario for the Indians to go into halftime, 28-7, get the ball to start of the second half.
So Mink in the gun has Richards to his right. He has a receiver on the far side. He has Trips to his left on the near side. He's going to hand it up to Richards up the middle. He's got a lane. Bounces off one guy right at the goal line. It's going to be touchdown Indians!
He carried about 2 or 3 guys, Tyler, those last 4 yards.
He can't weigh more than 140 pounds, Brad, but he plays like he's about 215. Great job by Ethan Richards. Fantastic effort. One guy he just bounced off of, looking like Gavin Freeman for the Sooners, and then carries a couple more across the goal line with him.
Excellent, tough run here by Ethan Richards to score the first touchdown for a home game.
The story of the preseason for the Indians is set to take the PAT right here. Snap's good, holds good, kick is away, good for, oh no, they say
no good.
And look good from here. Did that go low? Or?
No, it actually missed left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, missed left.
Like it went into me.
It did to me too, but it's a little deceiving up here in the box. But apparently, I could see his motion from his arms. She missed left. So.
Gotcha. So 28-6 in favor of the Stigler Panthers. All right, Brad. I've already asked you, so you already know the answer. You got it wrong when I asked you the first time. So you get a chance to redeem yourself and make it look like you get the answer right. So the trivia question for tonight, we'll have a trivia question every home broadcast throughout the season, but tonight's trivia question was, Stilwell has made the playoffs 13 times in the football program's history. When did the program last make the playoffs, and who was their opponent? I'll let the fans give them some time to ponder that. We'll give the answer as we go into halftime, but I just do want to go on the record that Brad had a relative idea of the right time frame, just got the opponent in the year wrong. So, but he was close. I'll give him that. He was close. If we were going horseshoes, it was.
It's a leaner.
It's a leaner, yeah. So.
All right, here we go. Kinley Catron back to kick off with 1:47 left to go. Again, Stigler has all 3 timeouts.
Oh, Kinley getting ready to kick. Little short boot there. Fair catch at the 35. Now, Stigler does have a lot of time remaining, as explosive as their offense is.
Yeah.
You're going to expect them to probably try to throw right here some, Brad. So, I mean, if you could get it. They've gotten their hands on a couple passes.
They have.
I mean, an interception. I'm not saying Stilwell could take it down and go score, but at least you'd stop them from
scoring.
But
if they did, that would be huge.
Yeah, to get a even if it was a field goal, I mean, to get a score going into halftime would be massive for the Indians.
Yeah.
So, Peary in the backfield, ready to take the snap.
He is flanked by a running back on the right.
Watch these screens across the middle. They've been running them all night, these drag routes.
There'll be a handoff here to number 18 out to the left.
Got to make this tackle right here. Good job.
Dalton Christie rode him down to the ground for only a 2-yard gain.
Maintained that edge right there and was able to limit the gain as the clock moves. Stigler right on the ball. I know that they think they have plenty of time to go try to get 6 more. Snap, drops back to pass. Good pressure up the middle.
He got hit. Turn around and look for it.
Oh, man. The duck got caught by – oh, nice hurdle. He makes another one miss. Good effort there to
good
chase
tackle.
him down.
Good tackle by Malachi McNack from behind, but, man.
Oh, my goodness. That was an opportunity right there. That was a nice hit by the defensive lineman who got the pressure on Peary. We got a timeout, I believe.
Yeah, and I think number 12 got the wind knocked out of him there on that tackle from behind by McNack.
That was a fantastic effort, though, after the catch. I mean, he was able to stop on a dime and recover and catch the duck that was floating in the air after the QB got drilled in the chest.
Yeah, I didn't think that ball had a chance to get there.
No, it just shows the arm strength of Peary, really. I mean, the fact that he was even able to get that downfield with that pressure right in his grill.
And the kid is listed on the sheet that we have at 5'10", 155 pounds. So I don't know if they,
Peary?
Yeah. I don't know if that's like NBA football or NBA lineup.
From up here, it looks like it's probably legit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he's a small kid. To my eye, but it was a fantastic effort. Now, one kid that they do have a lot of size is at number 6 for them.
Yes.
That is Jace Winkle. He's a senior. He's 6'3", 210. I believe every bit of it.
Yeah. So Stigler, just to recap, will have the ball on the Stilwell Indians' 25-yard line with 1:08 left to go. 2 timeouts left for Stigler after burning their first.
All right, Peary in the shotgun. Running back to his left. The whole playbook at their disposal right now. Little jet sweep there, missed tackle. He's got the edge now. Good tackle there by
Chalino Martinez.
Yeah, he saves the touchdown. They're off and running. I mean, like I said, Brad, they got a minute remaining. They got the whole playbook at their disposal right now. Still trying to stop them and keep the door shut. Stigler's going to use the whole amount of clock that they can. They don't want to give the ball to Stilwell at all right here.
So let me ask you this question.
Yep.
If we get to 4 downs, do they have faith in Lopez? He missed his first PAT. He's made the last 3.
I would think
or last
they
2,
would
I'm
go
sorry.
for it. In my opinion, you're up 28-6. I would go for it. I mean, at that point, you've got a nice lead, and you can just keep adding to it.
Peary's got the snap a little low. That same.
Yeah, he bounced that one to him. But, there's the call on the incomplete pass. There was no call initially.
Yeah,
so.
Incomplete pass, though.
53 seconds remaining in the half. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 11-yard line. So they do have the opportunity to get a first down without having to score a touchdown right here.
I'd like to see a replay of that because I thought that looked awfully close to a lateral. I'm probably wrong. It's probably close to about a 2-yard pass forward. But all right, Peary, as we mentioned all night, he's been in shotgun.
Here's the snap, drops back to pass. Got a man in the end zone wide open. Caught, touchdown, Panthers. That'll put it up to 34-6 with a PAT pending. That's a tough one for the Indians right there, as they had scored on their previous offense possession and had some momentum, hopefully going into halftime. Stigler comes down and answers with 47 seconds remaining in the half. So the PAT attempt coming.
Kick by Lopez is up, and it is good.
So that pushes the lead 35-6 in favor of the Panthers. And we got a scrum going on here. Flag flying. Somebody laying not. Oh, everybody's getting up, thankfully. Let's see what all this is hashed out here and what the calls are and who the calls are against.
It was down at the bottom of that scrum after the PAT, so I'm not sure if you got any official got a clear vantage point as to who instigated it.
Personal foul against both teams. They'll be offsetting.
So unfortunate there for the Stilwell Indians, as I mentioned after they'd scored, or as before they were getting ready to score. You didn't want to give Stigler too much time. It turned out they only needed a minute, Tyler, to go down and
their
get 7.
offense is good, Brad. I mean, they are explosive. They're not, like we said, they're number 7 in Class 3A. 3A is a tough class. I mean, and they're right there with the best of them. And I think that they'll be, obviously, they're a playoff contender and maybe even a deep playoff contender at that. All right, so Stigler ready to kick off. Stilwell back to receive. Ethan Richards, one of them, but they haven't had a kick get back there to the back guys yet. So I expect the front guys to probably catch it. It is away and will be caught by number 24 for the Indians.
That's Chelino Martinez.
Takes it up the far side there. Going to be tackled about the 20 or about the 30-yard line. 41 seconds remaining. Let's see if Stilwell can get a big play here and try to set something up, try to get a score going out, going into the half.
And it would be huge if they could. So it looks like we'll have Mink in shotgun. He'll be flanked by Colby Philpott.
All right, so 3 down here to the near side.
There'll be a keeper by Kanan Mink.
Nice room there. Able to shake a tackle. Is going to be about a 9-yard gain. Oh, we got an Indian down right there, Brad. Hopefully that is not Richards. No,
it's not Richards.
Is it Christie?
Nope, he's up as well. Looks like it. It's going to be Colby Philpott, number 33. And he was the lead blocker for Mink on that quarterback draw.
Hopefully he's okay and nothing serious, and he's able to just set out a play and come back in. I believe Stilwell did call a timeout, or will have to use a timeout because of the injury right here. 33 seconds remaining here in the first half. Stilwell with the ball about just shy of the 40-yard line, or right at the 40-yard line, actually. Brad, if I'm you've run that QB read, QB draw, whatever you want to call it, up the middle a few times. I maybe try to fake that and see if I can't hit a seam route over the top or something to try to get some yardage right here. Even running Richards down that seam and just seeing if he can't get behind the defense.
Yeah. Well, they haven't really challenged Stigler in the middle of the field 15 to 20 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So, Indian set. Ref winds the clock down to 30 seconds. Takes the snap, going to hand it off to Richards. Richards up the middle is going to get stuffed right at the line. That's going to be 3rd down. Doesn't look like anyone's calling timeout.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to let this be the last play of the half.
That'll be
it.
That'll be it for the first half as the Stigler Panthers lead 35-6 over the Stilwell Indians. Stigler offense is as advertised, Brad, so far this first half. And it's been a tough game for the Indians. Couple turnovers, couple missed opportunities. Even on the defensive end, they've had a couple missed opportunities as they've had probably at least 2 good looks at interceptions that could have stopped 2 touchdown drives. On the bright side, though, they've scored 6 points, and that's equal to what the most that Stigler's allowed on the defensive side of the ball this season so far. So, and that one of those is they allowed was a win over Salisaw, who is a district opponent of the Indians, and they also scored 6 points against the Stigler Panthers at that time too.
Yeah, and honestly, the offense has looked really good at times tonight, Tyler. Unfortunately, the turnovers has just they've really just killed any momentum that Stilwell has gotten on the offensive side of the ball. And on Stigler's offensive side, to quote Denny Green, they are who we thought they were. I mean, they really are. They're explosive. We've seen a balanced attack all night long, rush, sweeps, deep passes. I mean, they can do it all.
Was that for Kyle Bolin?
That was for Kyle Bolin. If you're listening all the way out in Maryland, that's for you, buddy. But we are going to take a quick break here at James Bradley Memorial Stadium with halftime. We'll be back in about 15 minutes to pick up the second half.
But shoot yourself in the foot. Yeah. I'm not saying that you would be winning, but it would be 28 to 14, 28 to 20.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to stop them from scoring all those touchdowns.
No.
All right, I'm gonna go pee.
Okay.
You need to go.
No.
Literally pee like once a day, don't you?
Might be a lot at work because I have that.
I told Ronnie, renovations, we need a bathroom in here.
Tell him bring us a couple of burgers.
Couple of what?
Burgers.
line to the concession is like 40 people long. Just cheese.
Yeah.
We keep going yellow.
Ketchup? Ketchup?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Flash.
At this point, it's 30-something cents.
I know, but when we get a good team in here, you don't want to be.
But Beach said that he said those aren't good. He said there's something that shoots over here to make it wireless, and then we plug into the wireless router over here. It's not. There's not a hardwired in here. So that's why I think we probably have a position.
Well, who's on? We need to keep whoever's using the wireless network too. Take them off.
Well, there's no telling how much your broadband's being used up over there. Like, from like a TV or computer or whatever.
Yeah. I thought this was my brother for a second.
I thought it was too. Like when I saw him walking, I thought, oh, that's shame.
And it's in our box that these girls describe it as a blue and gold marble color. So if you're missing the phone, we got it up here in the press box.
I was telling Brunk about it. He's like, it's probably your equipment. He's like, that crap sucks and it's ancient.
That's what I was telling Beach. I said, if I was them, I'd go do a Lewis school. I would go just create a YouTube channel and broadcast it. If I would continue doing this, if they would contract it out and we'd run it as a business, and I would invest in running it.
Hi. I lost my phone.
Oh, upstairs.
Upstairs. Like go through this door and go right up there. Yep. Yeah.
Can y'all send word that QB to lay off a little bit? Say, can y'all send word down that QB to lay off a little bit?
If you guys want to put in your second, string quarterback.
Oh yeah, we usually at this point start bringing in other guys, freshmen and stuff.
I mean, he's legit.
Yeah.
He's only a junior.
Is he?
Yeah.
Our sheet said he was a senior. I was like, man.
Not the quarterback, he's a junior.
Nice.
Now the big receivers, the tall receivers are all senior.
Yeah, that one kid's a hog. So
Oh,
let me see.
yeah.
Yeah, he's averaging like 100 yards.
Y'all got a ball team, man.
Yeah. 100 receiving and rushing about every game.
Good stuff. But if they would contract it to us, man, I would do it.
What if we talk to him about it?
I'd pay, because I think our initial investment would only have to be, probably 10, 15 grand. And then it's finding people to work for us. But I think we can make good money on advertising.
We said with Frybrid haven't added anything.
I don't know.
It feels good in here.
What do?
Man, Sonic?
Rappers. Oh man, we stop.
Beach Burger's better than Sonic Burger.
That's okay, pal.
Good turnout for the first home game.
But yeah, they I think we can make money, even if we did home games. I think to make real money, to make road, but if you did that, you'd have to charge mileage.
Yeah.
on how many people on a Friday night that they have trying to operate through their system?
Each section there has different rules. Like there's a stretch of artificial grass. There's a stretch where you can do anything. There's a stretch where you can not wave. There's a stretch where, you can use live weight. There's a stretch, so I'm in a stretch today. That might.
All right. Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are about 2 minutes and 15 seconds away from the start of the second half here for the contest between the Stilwell Indians and the Stigler Panthers. Stigler up 35-6 as we sit here at halftime. Brad, I think you could characterize the first half as big plays by Stigler, but missed opportunities by Stilwell.
Absolutely. Stigler was sharp on all aspects of the offensive side of the football, Tyler. As we talked about, they're very balanced attack, and they, split their yards probably pretty evenly between rushing and passing in that first half.
Which is typical for them. But, they've had some touchdowns. I think they've scored on a touchdown on 5 of 6 drives in the first half. But a couple of those drives still had their hands on interceptions that they just weren't able to capitalize on. Or their hands on passes, I guess I should say, that they weren't able to turn into interceptions. That could have shut down some touchdown drives right there. And then on the offensive side of the ball, an interception and a turnover stopped a couple of drives right there as well.
Yeah, and as we talked about, they are as good as advertised. Number 7 in Class 3A right now. I'm sure that ranking will only improve as the season goes on. We talked about, you mentioned it, and I agree with you. This could be a team that looks to make a deep run in the Class 3A state playoffs.
Absolutely. And then, you have Stilwell, who you're riding a lot of momentum coming off wins over Roland and Keys to start the season. It's your first 2-0 start since 2017, and this second half really to me is about how do you respond. This is the first little bit of adversity or whatever that they've experienced this season. I feel like how's your team going to respond to this? Are they going to fight back? Are they going to keep digging and clawing and getting everything that they can get out of this second half? Because that's what you want to see if you're the coach, if you're Coach Collins. You want to see the fight that they still have and that they're willing to have, because no matter what the end result of tonight may be, you're about to enter district play tomorrow or next week, and that district is maybe the toughest in Class 4A, because you have 3 out of those 8 in 4A4 are ranked in the top 10. You have Poto at number 6. You got Poto number 4, Hilldale number 6, Broken Bow number 8. Ada's been receiving votes and is right there outside of the top 10 and could potentially end up being a top 10 team by the time you play them. Fort Gibson to start the season was in the top 10. Now they lost a couple of early contests this season and fallen out. Medill has been a solid team traditionally. Sallisaw, you know, typically they're a good team. They may be down this year, but the district overall, from top to bottom, is as tough as you will find in Class 4A. We asked, we asked a trivia question there before the end of the first half. Stilwell has made the playoffs 13 times in program history. When did the program last make the playoffs, and who was the opponent? Brad gave his answer during our first initial snafu on our streaming. His answer was Okmulgee in 2008. That was incorrect, but the answer was 2007, and the opponent was Wagner. I believe Wagner went on to maybe win the championship that year, if I'm not mistaken. But they did play Okmulgee that year. Stilwell did. It was just a regular season contest. That team was led by the Roberts twins, Aaron and Tyler, and also I believe Matt Mitchell was on that team, the star running back, and that head coach of that team was Craig Benson. To give you some historical perspective on this contest between Stigler and Stilwell, this is the first meeting between the two schools since 1975. Stillwell won that last contest, or the most recent contest that occurred nearly 50 years ago now. But the Stigler does lead the all-time series with a 12-11 advantage. That's according to IWasAtTheGame.com, who has a lot of the historical stuff on Oklahoma high school football. Stillwell's next game is at Hilldale. That'll be next week. So they go on the road once again, and then they'll return to James Bradley Stadium.
Big game.
Big game.
Homecoming. Stilwell, Salisal, Black Diamonds.
And he ruined it right there.
I did. Man, had it going. It was a great build-up.
So Stigler will start the second half kicking off. Stigler starts the second half kicking off. Stilwell set to receive. I'm surprised I haven't got the two schools mixed up more tonight with it being Stigler and Stilwell. Very similar, but
similar enough that when I tell people I'm from Stilwell, they repeat it and say, "Oh, you're from Stigler, huh?"
Or Stillwater.
Or Stillwater, yeah, I get that a lot too. Kickoff here by Lopez. Ball will be fielded by Chelino.
He's able to get wrapped up there about the 25-yard line. Stillwell will start there. To start the second half, let's see if they can find some success. They had some initially in the early get-go of at the end of the first half. I'm sorry. Kanan Mink will lead the Indians out. You know, that success that they had toward the end of the first half, a lot of that was Richards, Brad. They got Richards finally going. A lot of that was inside zone reads or runs that they had.
They're going to start right back off there. Richards goes out wide, though.
Loses probably one, maybe two on that carry.
I didn't pay close enough attention to what the end did there, Tyler, but Mink looked like he had a pretty good lane had he kept that ball.
Yeah, it looked like the defensive end crashed down to follow Richards, who had the ball. Mink might have had a lot of room if he decided to keep it right there. Mink in the backfield, he has a running back to his left. He has quads out to the right.
It's going to be a keeper for Mink. It's about 2 or 3 yards. So it'll be back to the original line of scrimmage for Mink. So it'll bring up 3rd and 10 here from the 25-yard line of the Stilwell Indians with 10 minutes and 42 seconds left to go. Mink will be in shotgun formation. Richards will be to his left.
Got to get Richards going right here. I think he has to touch the ball.
There's going to be a screen here to Richards, and it's
Oh,
snuffed out
man.
great by Stigler.
Immediately blown up right after the catch. Oh, there's got to be a flag right there. Yep. So after the play activity, and that'll be a free 15 yards and a first down for the Indians.
Here's the official call. Personal foul, Stigler. 15-yard penalty, as Tyler mentioned. I'm sure that does not make the Stigler coaching staff happy. Do a great job going, forcing Stilwell to do a 3-and-out, and then the drive is now extended by a personal foul penalty. So ball will be spotted on the Stilwell Indians 40-yard line.
Stilwell with a gift right here. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. Mink in the backfield, taking the snap. Richards to his right. He's going to pitch it out to him. Bobbles the pitch, but able to corral it. He's got the corner. He's got just shy of the first down. About a 9-yard gain there for the running.
So off that previous run by Richards that got the ball to the Stilwell 48, we'll have 2nd and 2 to go.
Here we go. Clock went, or whistle blown. It's going to be a QB draw. Going to be snuffed out. No gain. I think he did get back to the line of scrimmage. So it should be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, he was wanting to set almost a lateral pass out to Richards there on the left and kind of fumbled the snap.
Yeah, I don't think he received it real cleanly, like you said. And I think that kind of just busted up the play that was actually supposed to be happening. Messed up the rhythm. So, Mink set to take the snap. He's got Philpott, I believe, out to his right. He's got Trips down here to the near side. Takes the snap, hands off to Philpott, immediately met in the backfield. Probably a loss of a yard, maybe 2. Be 4th down.
I think go for it.
You have to at this point.
So it looks like he lost a yard. Be 4th and 3. Ball on the 47-yard line. And Minks received the call from the sideline.
What's your play call here, Brad?
I don't know, Tyler. It's kind of tricky territory. You only need 3, but I don't know if you. Oh, it's a direct snap to Richards, and he's going to be tackled in the back.
Play.
Yeah.
Number 11 for Stigler. I mean, holy cow. Morgan Jones just flashed into the backfield.
He was in the backfield about the time that Richards had received the snap.
That was some serious speed. My goodness. And that's the thing all night. Stigler's shown that they're just their whole team's just got some quality speed to them. I gotta say, I mean, like we said early on, they are as advertised. They're a very good team.
So Stigler will take over on downs here from the Stilwell 46. I'm sorry, yeah, Stilwell 46.
Little screen play here out to number 6. He already has 2 touchdowns on that, and that's going to be caused by the ground.
Yep.
Ball came free, but I believe it was whenever he hit the ground.
So great run there again by Jace Winkle. And we were talking to the Stigler broadcast team. He's a big kid, 6'3", 210 pounds.
Yeah, our sheet said that the QB, McCade Peary, was or I guess I misread it. The sheet does say he's a junior. Man, that kid's impressive as a quarterback at the 3A level. He's probably some of the best you're going to see. Handoff, nope, fakes the handoff. QB Reed there. He gets tackled in the backfield by number 2.
Good tackle there by Oren Shelley. So it'll be 2nd and 10, ball on the Indians' 25-yard line. And Peary's ready to take the snap.
hands it off up the middle. He breaks the tackle, is going to have a first down.
That'll be number 18 for Stigler, Martin Hare. I would like to see a yards after contact stat on this game because, man, they have broke that first tackle about every time.
They run it hard. Run up the middle right here by number 18 once again. It's going to get about probably 3 or 4.
All right, so just under 7 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. The ball will be snapped back to Peary. Quick throw out.
The edge. He's going to make 1 man miss into the end zone touchdown.
Yeah.
Stigler pushes the lead to 41-6 with the PAT pending.
And their offense, Tyler, is
it's good.
It's very good. It runs through 4 guys. It runs through Peary at quarterback. It runs through Jace Winkle and Will Rose out wide. And then, of course, running back is Hare, number 18.
And Brad, we'll get to see, or Stilwell fans will get to see see this team again next year, as they'll be traveling down to Stigler next year and get to see this this QB, see what he's like as a senior. I mean, if he's this good as a junior, I mean, and he has a year to develop, it'll be interesting to see how much he develops into his senior year next year.
Absolutely. And for those of you at home that can't see that angle of the field, the kick from Lopez was good. So the score right now is 42 Stigler, 6 for Stilwell.
As we said, Stilwell on the road next week, going to the Hilldale Hornets. Hilldale ranked number 6, I believe, in 4A, according to the AP poll for the Oklahoma Preps. And then they are at home for homecoming the following week.
The Hilldale ranking's not surprising. They are a perennial powerhouse in football.
Yeah, they're a very solid program. And then after the homecoming contest with Salisaw coming to town on September 30th, the Fighting Teddy Layman's come to town for a Thursday night lights contest with Fort Gibson.
The kickoff from Lopez is short again. Fielded by the up man and a good solid tackle there by number 21 from Stigler.
So they'll start about looks like around the 25-yard line for Stilwell. Not a lot of high-profile contests coming up, Brad, in the college football world tomorrow, but there are some games of note. The one being the 11 o'clock contest with Oklahoma Sooners traveling up to Lincoln for the Nebraska Cornhuskers game. I'll get your thoughts on that after this play.
And it looks like Coach Self was missing an offensive lineman, and
Mink in the backfield, got a running back to his right. Oh, man, in the backfield. Good hit there by number, I believe.
Is that number 6?
Yeah, 6. So, Brad, what's your thoughts on the Oklahoma-Nebraska game tomorrow?
Well, we talked a little bit about this pregame, Tyler. The concern is any time that you have a program like Nebraska that has gotten off to a terrible start, and I mean a terrible start.
It's about as bad as you could.
It is. It's very bad. But then you fire Scott Frost. You get your new head coaching in there. I always talk about guys get motivated for that. A new voice.
Yeah, I wish they would have fired him. I wish they would have waited till October 1 like they were supposed to. That's my only thing about. And the QB run there met in the backfield, and he just gets hammered.
Yeah, Mink driven to the ground and slow to get up. Looks like they are going to give him forward progress back to the 25. So it will be 3rd and 14 for Stilwell.
Under 5:30 remaining here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but anytime you get a team like that, Tyler, that gets a new voice there in that locker room, they always get them fired up. I would expect Nebraska to come out ready to play in that first half, and it'll be up to OU to respond and, be prepared. Last week, didn't score the first touchdown of the game for OU until under a minute to go in the second quarter. So they've got to get off to a better start offensively. I would look to see OU be physical tomorrow. I think you're going to see a lot of Marcus Major and Eric Gray early on.
What's your score prediction?
I'm going to go OU 45, Nebraska 17.
Yeah, we're not too far off. I think I said 44 to 16, somewhere in that realm. Another big game is the one of the only two going on ranked versus ranked games is A&M and Miami. A&M obviously coming off that Appalachian State loss. Miami riding high right now. A lot of new coach themselves and a QB that's very talented. What do you think there?
I'm going to look for Jimbo's squad to bounce back after a loss. I mean, that's an unacceptable loss to Appalachian State that they had last week.
Yeah.
Um,
After this snap, I got a counterpoint.
Okay.
Kanan Mink in the backfield. He's going to have a running back flanking the tackle there with a running back to his left also. Going to be a rollout for Mink, looking for a receiver. Fires it to number 19. The ball's going to be dropped. So that will bring on a 4th down.
And that was going to be really close to the first down marker had he made that catch.
Yeah. And to counter, my thing would be A&M fans better hope you're right. Because if they lose tomorrow, they follow that up, Brad, with a contest in Dallas, neutral site game with Arkansas.
Who's playing very well.
Yeah, and then they got Alabama and Ole Miss and Mississippi State and LSU and Auburn. Like, it can get bad fast, is what I'm saying, if they lose that first. Oh, he almost got it blocked. Now he's running. He's going to be tackled, and they will have the ball deep in Indian territory. That punt was going to be blocked easily if he didn't just pull it down and run, because that guy came screaming off the edge. The other ranked contest, ranked on ranked game tomorrow is BYU, who's coming off a big win over Baylor in that contest last weekend, and they're traveling to Oregon, playing the Ducks.
I didn't stay up, admittedly, to watch that game because it is in a different time zone.
Yeah, handoff up the middle. A lot of room there. You're going to have a first down as he gets inside the 15.
Martin Hare again.
I made it to about somewhere in the second half and fell asleep in that game last Saturday night. It was an entertaining contest by the highlights. I wish I would have been able to make it the whole game, but BYU pulls out an overtime win over Baylor, and now they get to travel to Eugene to take on the Ducks. Number 2, Peary still in the game for the Panthers here. He's going to spin, hand it off to number 18 once again, makes a couple guys miss, gets spun around, makes another one miss. He's going to be just shy of the goal line, it looks like, maybe just inside the 1 yard line, and they'll be first and goal for the Stigler Panthers. So Peary in the shotgun as they are first and goal from the 1 or from the 2. Takes the snap, going to hand it off up the middle. He's going to go to the edge. Nice tackle there in the backfield by
Looks like that is Talon Hawk Holmes.
Nice tackle, stopping the run there.
No, I'm sorry, that's Dustin Noisewater, number 19.
It's going to be a loss of 1, so it'll be 2nd and 3, or 2nd and goal from the 3 yard line. We'll get you some scores from around 4A here momentarily. Let you know how the night's going for other people in the district. Handoff up the middle. He's going to get it into the end zone as they score another touchdown to push it up 48-6 for the Stigler Panthers.
So as we talked about, we were going to get to some local scores. Salisaw was at Tahlequah tonight, and I believe it was Tahlequah's homecoming. That score hasn't been updated in 30 minutes, but at halftime it was Tahlequah 28, Salisaw 13.
Kick away and no good. So the lead will stay 48-6 for Stigler with 3:50 remaining here in the third quarter.
And others in Class 4A4, Podo, this score was updated 5 minutes ago, is at Chandler. They are up 30-14, and that's in the third quarter.
I think Chandler's a pretty good team.
Chandler's always a pretty good team. They always have a very good, very talented team. And if this score's right, this is a big game. Number 3 Cushing is hosting Berry Hill, who's ranked number 7. Cushing is winning 34-3 in the third quarter. Wagner and Grove is another top 10 matchup. Number 4 Wagner is visiting at number 10 Grove. Wagner is up 17-14 in the third quarter. And one of our new division foes this year, Ada, is hosting Durant tonight. And that game was just updated. It's halftime there. Ada is up 21-8.
So we get ready for kickoff here. Stilwell back to receive. Little short kick here, going to be fielded by Stilwell. Might have some room. Nope, going to get upended there about the 33-yard line.
So here's an interesting score from Class 3A tonight. Lincoln Christian. Perennial. They are losing. They are hosting Shiloh Christian tonight from Springdale. They are losing 35-21 in the third quarter.
Nice pass there over the middle by Mink to
number 2, Orange Shelley.
All right, Orange Shelley with the reception. Mink's still down, though. I'm not sure who the backup QB is. But they may want to get him thrown a little bit.
The only one listed we have is Sam Unger.
Okay.
And he is a freshman?
19 coming in. I wonder if Noisewater's going to play some quarterback. His brother played quarterback whenever he was in the program.
Has a broken hand.
Snap handed off to Philpott there. Philpott makes one miss.
Good run here by Philpott.
He chugged out some yards there. He got about 5 on the carry. 6. So it'll be 2nd and 4. Mink back in the game after taking one play off. Handoff. Nope. Pulls it. He runs up the middle. Got some room. He's going to get a first down. Still getting something going here on offense. 17 comes off a little gingerly for the Indians. That is Talon Hawk Holmes. He's one of their starting defensive backs as well. Maybe just cramping the way it looks with the coaches on him down there. Hand off to Richards. All right, up the middle. Good job. Man, it's very seldom the first guy takes him down.
Yeah. Want to give you an update too regarding our neighbors to the north, Cross Barren Fort, Westville. They are hosting Tahlequah Sequoia tonight, and that score is 16-8 in favor of Westville.
Good for them. The Fighting Ron Dunaway. Mink takes the snap. He drops it. He's going to pick it up. Good job. Still able to scramble out of the pocket. Throws it away and gets hit hard after he throws it. No flag on the play.
Yeah, and Mink is really slow to get up.
He got hit. It looked helmet to helmet. That was a nasty hit, Brad. It looked like they went helmet to helmet. I thought that could have easily been targeting. Of course, you don't have replay in high school. Now, Brad, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I saw something this week on Twitter that the OSSAA approved a shot clock for basketball. Oh, okay, it's sent out to survey. No results yet on that, but I think it'd be added in a 23-24 season. That'd be big.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting dynamic.
Yeah. One of the things would be 35. Be a 35-second shot clock if it did get implemented, which would still be a good thing for the game, in my opinion. But one thing the state would have to figure out is implementing them, and they probably have to be some kind of funding given to schools to purchase that kind of equipment, which isn't a typical thing that Oklahoma schools receive. Good run there by Philpott up the middle on third down. He gets just shy of the first down marker. Are they going to give it to him?
They are not. It's going to be fourth down.
4th and 1 for the Indians. I think he could look for another QB read option right here. He'll have to read whether he wants to hand it off or not. Going to have a timeout. Official timeout. 77 coming off the field.
I want to give a shout out to our guys up front, Corrigan Guthrie tonight, Zyler Gonzalez, Blake Crozier, Dylan Kuhn.
Mink takes the snap, going to fake the handoff, going to get it
Oh,
on
this
the
is
edge.
Noisewater here.
He's got the edge. It's going to be a first down for the Indians.
Oh, and he trucks over a Stigler defender.
Good job by Noisewater. A little wildcat action for the Indians right there.
So I know Mink had come back out to take some snaps, but I guess after that last hit, he is.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he came off the field once again. He may be done for the night. I don't know. So Noisewater playing QB right now for the Indians.
He's got Philpott to his right. Trips out to the left. Snaps back. Noisewater's going to keep it again.
Brad, he's pretty sly with it. When he pulls it, you don't realize it at first. Looking pretty good. Like, cause just watching from up here, it looked like he handed that one off. I didn't see him pull it out.
I want to give a shout out to our last lineman. I couldn't quite get his number. It's Trayton Walton.
My colleague here doesn't have the best of eyesight, so you'll have to forgive him. It'll be the end of the third quarter here.
Yep.
Stigler up 48-6, but Stilwell on the move, looking to add to their score total. Just to know that Stigler has not given up more than 6 points. 6 points in a game so far this season. So if Stilwell was able to punch one in here and add to their total, it's a silver lining. To be able to do that, they'll be changing the ends of the field and going to the east end as they look to capitalize on this drive that they've been able to steadily move the ball down the field on.
And Tyler will give them some momentum going into next week, and that's a huge game as well.
Yeah, that's going to be a bruiser. Better buckle the chin straps for that one because Hilldale will bring it. Band's getting it going for the Indians right now. Now I want to acknowledge the crowd. I mean, it's not a close game right now, but they're hanging on and hanging out and supporting this team right now, and that's big. That's big for these boys to see that. Noisewater at QB still. He's gonna hand it off to Richards up the middle. He's gonna grind out probably maybe a yard gain there. No, he got a first down.
So first down awarded to Stilwell.
So first and goal from the 9. So he got 3. He needed 2. He got 3. So Stilwell, first and goal for the second time this game. Or their goal to go, I should say, for the second time this game.
Noisewater with a snap.
Hands it off. Nope, pulls it. Nice little juke move there to get inside the defender and gets about 5 yards, 4 yards. Showed a little shake and bake right there.
He did. That went from a no gain to a 4-yard gain.
They had him in the crosshairs right there in the backfield, and he was able to turn nothing into something. You know, after watching that Kent State game last week that OU had, I'm going to have to see when athletic director Ronnie Littlejohn is going to implement the LED light system and the light show here at Stilwell.
Direct snap again to Noisewater. He runs right up the middle.
Close. He got inside the 3. So it'll be 3rd and goal from inside the 3, I believe.
Let the man pass the ball. See what he's got.
Why? It's working. If the wheel's rolling, why would you try to reinvent it? Come on, man.
Because sometimes things like airplanes get invented and they're better.
If God wanted us to fly, Brad, we would have wings.
Oh, wild snap here.
He's able to corral it. He's able to get out of it. Oh, my goodness.
I thought he was going to break about 8 tackles and make it into the end zone.
But he did avoid a huge loss and was able to still keep it about 4th and goal from around the 3 or the 4.
Let's see what the call is here. Kanan Mink was approaching the field of play, but I think they're going to hold him out.
Little play action fake, try to hit a tight end over the top maybe?
I don't know, but Noisewater split out wide.
All right. Ethan Richards taking the snap?
Yep. And they better go.
Oh, they're going to get a false start. Nothing called, though. He's going to get to the corner.
He's in.
Get in! Touchdown, Indians! Richards just wheeled that one right there. 48-12. And they're able to get into double digits on that Stigler Panther defense for the first time in Stigler's season, which, like I said, I mean, it's been a rough game. You gotta take your wins where you can find them right now, and that's a win.
You do, and I would like to see what the final scores are for the rest of the game.
Same play coming back to that same corner, and he gets in for 2. 48-14 now for the for this contest between the Stilwell Indians and the Stigler Panthers. Cowbells going, bands playing. Brad, it's football time once again, and it is a beautiful thing to watch.
It definitely is, Tyler. We're going to give you an update real quick on 4A scores of significance. Hilldale, as Tyler has mentioned, ranked number 5. They are currently trailing Claremore 27-10, and they are at Claremore. That game is in the 4th quarter.
I believe Claremore is a 5A school.
Number 2, Poto, also in District 4A4, is leading Chandler 30-21. That's in the 4th quarter as well. We have Glenpool, surprisingly, up on Fort Gibson 35-7 at half.
Fort Gibson's really struggled this year. I haven't watched them with my own 2 eyes. It's just box score watching, but from what I can see, they're not meeting the expectations that were set before them to start the season. Stilwell kicking off from the 45. There must have been a unsportsmanlike penalty that I did not see or was not paying attention to, I should probably say.
An update on the Salisaw-Tahlequah game. Tahlequah is now up 35-13 on the Salisaw Black Diamonds in the 3rd quarter.
I wonder if they'll let Kinley try an onside right here.
I mean, what do you have to lose?
Something to work that she may need to be able to work on. A little pooch kick there. Nice kick. Oh, he's got
Fielded by
room.
number 6. Good group tackle there by Stilwell.
Stopped at about the 28-yard line. And see if they send Peary back out with 8:57 remaining.
I would imagine he would remain on the sideline. Looks like we're going to get a substitution at quarterback. Number 8 is in the game for Stigler. Jackson Cardell.
Some secondary players for the Stigler Panthers getting some action now as we wind down this game in the 4th quarter.
So Cardell takes a snap.
Yeah. Good tackle there by number 2, Warren Shelley. He's been the guy that's been around the ball most of the night whenever tackles have been made for the Indians. Brad, if you're the coach, Coach Collins, what are you looking like the rest of the game? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for my guys to finish the fight. I don't want to see guys with their helmets at their side and not being ready to go.
Oh, a couple missed tackles there, but
fumble!
On the ball is Stilwell. Oh, we got a flag though. What's the flag going to be?
It looks like it's on holding.
Initial reaction from the Stilwell coaches is indicating it's against Stigler. Going to be a personal foul against the Indians. They will say it will be after the fumble occurred and after the recovery. So Stilwell will retain possession. It just backs them up 15 yards. Stilwell ball. Stilwell, I think, confused that they're playing defense while
I think Stigler still thinks they're on offense. And
it's Stilwell ball. He indicated it was Stilwell's ball. Yeah. So confusion there. Now the Stilwell offense going out there. That's what I thought he signaled. It was Stilwell ball after the penalty. But we had a defense on defense out there. They went soccer on us, Brad.
It's a bold strategy there, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out for him.
So,
it'll be Noisewater taking the snap.
hand off to number 22. 22 getting his first carry of the game.
It's Garland Winkler.
Senior for the Indians. Noisewater is a sophomore. Yeah. So he's a sophomore getting some meaningful snaps right here. Able to avoid the first guy. They could blow the play dead.
And they did. Had him by the jersey. That's going to be about a 9-yard loss there.
Still no pass attempt for Noisewater right here. I wonder if they'll let him cut one loose right here. Some lucky fan winning a 50-50 pot right here right now, being announced by the PA, Kanan Duncan.
Better than I thought it was. I thought someone was getting towed.
They said it was a green Toyota Tundra, Brad.
Oh. Surely there's another one of those around town.
Noisewater with the carry up the middle. No, nothing happening there. He probably gains a yard. It would be 4th down. .6:10 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
So 4th down, timeout will be taken here by Stilwell with 5:51 left to go.
I say run the Madden special right here, Brad. All goes. Just throw it up there. Stilwell crowd still looking strong here. Good crowd tonight, turning out for the Indians. Good showing by the Stigler fans as well. They filled up the guest stands pretty good. There were some games last year where the traveling fan base didn't really show up for their team, but tonight Stigler did a great job of showing up and showing out. So 4th down for the Indians. Looks like they will. Looks like they'll be punting or have a. I don't know if this is a punt formation or offensive formation. Yeah, they will punt it. Nice kick there by Noisewater. Good rollout. Just shy of the 30-yard line there. It was. So that's about a 30-yard punt. So good little boot there by Dustin.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Stigler Panthers on their own 31-yard line. And again, we'll see Jackson Cardell taking the snaps for Stigler.
Ooh, high snap, able to corral it. Good job by Stilwell gang tackling right there.
So that'll be a gain of about 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 7. I'm sorry, gave him 2, so 2nd and 8. for Stigler. Snap is back for Cardell.
Looked like movement on the line. Nothing called.
It'll be a jet sweep to number 21 for Stigler.
Got the corner.
Good open field there. Good open field tackle there by number 20 for Stilwell. That is Blaine Holloway.
Play does result in a first down for the Panthers. Brad, according to that, I was at the game. Big run there for Stigler off to the right side of the line, got a first down. According to IwasAtTheGame.com, the series program or head-to-head series between Hilldale and Stilwell is in favor of Hilldale, with Hilldale having an 11-4 advantage, and of course winning the most recent contest, which was last season in 2021.
It'll be a game where Stilwell will have to compartmentalize very quickly, put this game behind them, Tyler, and look forward to Hilldale.
Honestly, Brad, there's a lot that they can learn from this game in preparation of that game next week.
Another jet sweep to the opposite side of the field. Good run here by number 23 for Stigler, and a gain tackle by Stilwell at about the 19-yard line.
Cramping up. I mean, I would imagine that Hilldale's not that much different than Stigler, honestly, and I think you can take this and as you game prep next week, stress to the guys, whenever we have the opportunity, we got to capitalize. Like, we have to take advantage of our opportunities, especially on defense. If the ball hits you in the hands on defense, you need to catch it. And you got to, anytime you get a chance at a turnover, you have to make that happen.
That was Malachi McNack cramping up.
And it's not humid today, but it is warmer, and so cramps will happen.
And I can tell you, whenever I was a high school kid, I did not drink enough water.
No, I don't think any high school kid does. Man, that guard is flinching every time, which I get. We're 3 minutes left in the game, and you're not wanting to throw the flag, but I mean, he is moving every time.
He is, and there was a face mask on Stilwell they didn't call either. So ball carrier brought down at the 10-yard line by Stilwell. With under 3 minutes left to go, it'll be 2nd and 1 for Stigler.
Ball snapped, going to be a rollout run, bootleg. Got to the corner, trying to reach for the pylon, doesn't get there. Going to be just short.
Yep. So it'll be 1st and goal for Stigler from the Stilwell 1-yard line.
So as we said, District 4A4, it looks a little different this year than it did last year. Muldrow and McLean both drop out of 4A4. The additions are Medill and Ada, so a couple of teams that are a little bit of a drive away. But this year, you have a couple of 3-hour, or you have 3 teams in your district that are 3-hour drives. Stilwell, luckily this year, 2 of those 3 come to town instead of us going on the road. Medill and Broken Bow both coming to town, but they will take that trip out to Ada for a contest on the 13th of October. Now, Stilwell's only played Ada twice in program history. They are 0-2, most recent contest being in 2009. But we have not played Medill. This year will be the first contest between the two schools.
And I'm not sure what their program has consisted of lately, Tyler, but back whenever I was in high school, they were a top 10 program every year in 3A. And so while we were away, there was a score on a quarterback keeper, and the extra point by Lopez is good, so that's going to take the score to 55-14 in favor of the Stigler Panthers.
I want to give a shout out to the Stilwell staff that makes these things happen. Athletic director Ronnie Littlejohn. You got people like Brian Johnson and Dallas Hessery working the scoreboard and all that, and the clock for the football games. All the staff that helps the volunteers down in concession and everywhere in between. I mean, these things don't just happen. It takes a staff that's willing to do the extra work that is not necessarily what they're even paid to do. They're just wanting to do it because they love their school and they love the kids and want to make sure it's a great environment. So we thank them for that. I also want to take a moment to offer our condolences to the community of Sand Springs. They had a tragic loss. Three students there at Charles Page High School were killed in a vehicle accident yesterday in the Tulsa area. So it's a tragic loss for that community. Our thoughts and prayers definitely with them as they mourn that.
The ball was fielded there by Dustin Noisewater and was able to evade about 6 tackles before finally being brought down. The flag on the play, though, I'm going to imagine this will be a holding call against Stilwell.
We want to give a shout out to the chain crew. Bill Muskrat, Dwayne Scott, Rick Ross, and Tim McNack all helping out and running the chain crew over there. And also, we mentioned them earlier, but a huge shout out to Kanan Duncan, former tribal counselor for the Cherokee Nation, graciously offering his talents to be the public address announcer for the football games here at Stilwell.
It's be a first throw by Noisewater, and it's intercepted.
A little more air, and that's a touchdown.
Yep, exactly. He had Chelino Martinez wide open.
That puts us at 1:40 left in the game.
So we want to give you a quick update about what time we'll be going on air when we see you guys again in 2 weeks, which will be homecoming. Again, we mentioned that will be a 7 o'clock kickoff against the Salisaw Black Diamonds. We'll probably start with coronation of homecoming sometime around 6 o'clock. So if you would like to watch homecoming coronation, we'll be here at 6 o'clock to call that like we did last year.
Brad loves coronation. Brad, a couple of Big 12 games that, as we have a break here, that outside of obviously Oklahoma, that we all have interest in, unless you're one of those fans that like the other team from Oklahoma.
Tulsa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the Kansas-Houston game. I'm interested if Kansas capitalized on that West Virginia win last week. And then Texas Tech going out to Raleigh to take on a ranked NC State game. Both of those could be some statement games for the Big 12 Conference.
The other two games that have interested me, the 9:30 Central Time kickoff of Fresno State and USC tomorrow, and then an 11 o'clock kickoff, South Carolina and Georgia. Or
Yeah.
Georgia is at South Carolina. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I wonder. South Carolina didn't look great against Arkansas, but being a home game, and at some point, he keeps fooling me, but at some point Stetson's got to underperform. But man, that defense is good again.
I thought you were going to say at some point Spencer Rattler will live up to his hype.
Oh, no, that ship sailed. All right, that is the end of the game, folks. Stigler 55, Stilwell 14. Tough night for the Indians. Some positives that they can draw from, especially. One thing is they doubled the allowed points that Stigler has had through the first 3 games of the season. They doubled that amount tonight. And then, just some, you can characterize it as you played an explosive team and you missed some opportunities.
Yeah, you did, and honestly, those 2 turnovers didn't help you. And then our defense really in that first quarter just got so gassed because they were on the field. It seemed like that whole quarter. So all the things that we talked about they would need to do, none of those things went right for Stilwell early on, and it was just kind of an avalanche effect after that. So.
All right, well that'll do it for us here at James Bradley Memorial Stadium. Stilwell is 14 and Stigler 55. For me and Brad, thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to you joining us on September the 30th for the homecoming with the South Salt Lake Diamonds.